Today we're going to commit a crime with the Headrush Prime. For all the modeling units in the world, the Headrush Prime is definitely one of them. And today I found out that there's a new firmware available, which is has the number 4.0.0. And there are a couple of features which I really appreciate came with that firmware. I was checking the long list of features, and I will not address all the features and all the bugs they addressed in that firmware, but the ones that were very important for me, I would like to show you now. So the first thing which I would like to address is that you can now access the screen from your PC or tablet. So here is the editor, something which I couldn't say before because there was no PC editor for the Headrush Prime. And that looks basically like what you see on the screen, on the touch screen. Headrush Prime has a very nice touch screen. So you can use your browser, and then the only thing you have to make sure is that you are on the same network like the Headrush Prime is connected to, and then you can access the Headrush Prime just with the Headrush Prime point local address. So here's a preset that comes with my preset pack. For those of you who are not familiar with my channel or my preset packs, I'm offering preset packs for most of the modeling units on the market with the best high gain tones ever. Also, of course, with my favorite clean tones. And if you would like to get these preset packs, then please contact me on Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. And of course, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. So now we will come to the other feature which I really appreciate besides the accessibility from the browser here. And that is something that came with the amp block. You may know that the Headrush Prime has the clone feature, so that you can make a snapshot of your existing amp or pedal and then import it, not import it, it's export import of course, but use it as the as the amp here if you like. Of course there are some stock amps and cabs that come with the unit, but I was never satisfied with these. In my opinion, they were really poor in the past. They added something new, which I will also check out, but I built up my presets in the preset pack, all my amp clones, which I made by myself. So here's one which is using the Mesa JP2C Plus John Petrucci amp. And what you find now is you have this button here, which is a 3-band Paramedic EQ, which wasn't there before, and also these things here, which are also really helpful. So first of all, we will start with this. So this is the input gain, output gain of this clone. So basically you can adjust it, and if you raise the input gain, that will lead to more saturation, of course. If you have weaker pickups, you can do this. You don't need an overdrive pedal anymore. Really kick-ass. That is something very helpful. We find this also in other modeling units, for example the input trim in the Fractal audio products. Another thing which is also very helpful is the output gain, of course, the overall volume of this thing. It's not the output gain of the preamp as far as I remember, it's just the output gain of this block. And of course the EQ here, which comes with a high cut and a low cut and a high cut. And here's something where you can adjust the slope. So I personally prefer the 12 dB slope. Maybe let me turn off the delay. I'm using different scenes in this unit that come with the preset packs, so still I didn't find out how to change the scenes in the editor, so have it do it still on the unit. So this is a rhythm scene, and as you can see, I'm setting the high and the low cut here. The high cut quite low, but the thing with this unit is I always thought the highs were a little bit annoying, and there were no decent EQs to dial these out. There was one graphic EQ which I used in my preset packs, but I wished that there was something like that. There was a parametric EQ in the EQ section, but it was really annoying to adjust it on the screen. So here it's way more comfortable. And for example, here the middle band, it's you can adjust the frequency and also the quality and the gain. And here you can add the numbers, also more comfortable than on the unit. So that is something very helpful, which is new to the amp block. And I'm using a widener effect here, which you find in the, which section is it? I don't know exactly, but it's called Panner, and it has the preset stereo effect. So if you're looking for the widener effect, check out that, not only the chorus section or the delay section. If I turn that off, you have the mono sound, which I would use live. So, very nice, but another thing here in the amp section, which I didn't check out because I don't need it, but I think maybe many people like it. It's a stereo doubling. It offers to use two amps or caps placed left and right within a single slot to create a wider stereo image. So if you do this, then suddenly you have here another amp with the same settings, but of course you can set it different. And then you have some kind of a, stereo thing going on. I don't know if you can change only that. Maybe let's try to... maybe we cannot change it. Let's see, maybe let's see if we can add a 5150 here. Okay, it was working. Okay, so now you have a dual amp setup. 5150 on the one side, and on the other side the Patricia. Let's see. I think here this is not refreshing. Yeah, maybe some bugs still there, but as you can see, you have this this nice widener effect now, of course, without the pedal here. But now I think this amp is has a little bit lower volume. Okay. Let's see. And so I think I wouldn't like to play around with that anymore. Usually I am not the biggest fan of dual amp setups because it gets very complicated and you run into phasing issues. But if it works instantly, as it does now, it gives you a nice option. You have the nice blend here. Maybe let's save it. I don't know what will happen now if we change to another scene. Maybe it will screw up everything. Anyway, let's save it to a new scene. Save new rig and DKJP plus 5150. So two of my amp clones together. seems to work. Wow, that was really nice. A nice surprise, to be honest. So thank you for that, Headrush. Really great feature, which I didn't expect. And also, of course, the things I explained in the amp section. There's another thing here which I saw, which I didn't check out. And that is, what is it? This thing here, switch doubling, offers to switch between 2 amps or cabs within a single slot. Might be even more helpful if you need an amp for your clean tone. At any time, only one of the amp's cabs will be active. Switch doubling can be controlled by foot switches and also seats. Wow. They are also a very intelligent feature, I think, for people who like to use, maybe a Fender amp for cleans and a Marshall for high gains. I think I will work with that a little bit more and then rework my preset packs. So that sounds really kick-ass in my opinion. So what else do we have? Of course you can access this page here, which is also very annoying to do on the unit. To be honest, it's a little bit complicated to design the scenes in that unit, because always you have to edit here everything, and it's not that you could say, no, as I would prefer, just activate some blocks and then hit save this to scene 5 or maybe to scene 4, and then the current selected set would be saved. It's here you have to go to the scene foot switch and then activate everything by yourself, which should be active in that scene. And also you have to make sure that other things don't change the state if you want them. And also, if you are using presets, which are different settings of one block, you can do this, but it gets even more complicated. I did this when I got the unit, but I think I moved away from that. So, man, I must say I'm really impressed now. Because as I said, usually it tends to get really complicated if you use 2 amps or cabs in parallel. And here it's instantly working, sounding great, creating the stereo panorama you want to get. With the high cut applied, it's not that annoying in the highs anymore. Wow. And there's also the Quad Cortex and the Fractal Audio FM9, but the Headrush Prime is superior as far as touchscreen, I think, to the Quad Cortex. And also it's a little bit bigger, of course. I personally appreciate that, because then you have more foot switches and they're not so close to each other, and it comes with a pedal. And the other things are also there, of course, the MIDI compatibility, which the other units also have. Fractal audio is, of course, the most powerful thing, has the best effects and amp quality. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily better sounding than the Headrush Prime if you use my amp clones. And so I got my tones, my favorite tones out of all of these units. But the Fractal Audio has a very poor interface, so it makes it almost unusable in a live situation. So I think the Headrush Prime has all the features you can imagine. Great thing, great product. I was really pissed because it didn't come with an editor, which is also now solved, so thank you for that. And I think I will play around with the other features of that firmware, so please check out my upcoming videos, and also, of course, my videos about the other units if you're interested. So have a nice day. See you.